Hey guys, it's RJ with Urban Farmers. That's Farmers. Today I'm doing something a little different. My wife says I need to put my face out there a little bit more, so here I am in raw and unfiltered form. That was a little tag mark there. But seriously, today's video is just going to be an update on our garden. I did a couple of things different that I want to walk through and show you what's been going on out there, but everything looks pretty good. So without further ado, let's get started and head on out there. Okay, let's let the beasts out. There's the alarm. Here comes the pack mule, and there's the hunter. Come on, guys. All right, panning from left to right. This is my backyard garden. This video is being uploaded to urbanfarmers.com. Hey guys, if you like our videos, listen, it's not like it's just a personal vlog, like a video diary of our start to finish of growing this garden, where we get the supplies at. So if you like our videos and just for sheer entertainment purposes, go ahead and hit that like, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe, because we're going to do some more things here for the fall. I enjoy doing the garden in the fall. But let's get started here. So we changed the backyard up a little bit. I tore down the wagon, got it out of here. It was kind of rotten, and I found out that the wood that wagon was in had a bunch of slugs inside of the wood. That's where the slugs were coming from. So we got rid of the wagon, and I cut that white corrugated tubing that I had. I cut it in two, and I put a purple Cherokee tomatoes up underneath that crate there. I put that up under there, and I got some salvias right there growing behind it. And I moved the trees. All of our trees now are on the south side of the yard, and they seem to like it. The peach tree, I don't know, it's there. It's not dying, and it's not really growing. I think it's just taking time to establish a root system. From some research that I've done, is probably what's going on. So I'm just maintaining that. There's our blueberry bush, which is getting very big. And this light right here, I'm going to put it up higher. I got to get some posts from where, Home Depot, my favorite place in the world. And we're going to put the string up the lights all the way around the garden. So, lesson learned on 13-13-13. Do not put it in your strawberry plants, because there's no way to keep the fertilizer from touching the stems, unless the way I had it set up here, it was just impossible. So I just tossed it in there and watered it down real good, and then all of a sudden the sun came out, and ba-boom, it just roasted. I mean, it's coming back, because this was all dead. The whole thing was dead. The whole thing looked like that, and I was just going to tear everything out. But then all the rain came, and these things just started popping back. What's up, Geico? Y'all see Geico in there? I named him Geico. He didn't even leave his home. I felt bad for the little guy. So I ran some grape leaves up here so he can hang out on there. So, yeah, I got a different fertilizer for that, for the strawberries. We're going to tear that up and redo it. The potatoes, man, they're just growing by leaps and bounds. I'm really excited about our corn. Oh, everybody keeps telling me I keep skipping the grape tree. What's going on with it? Okay, so here's what's going on with the muscadines. They're growing, and they are really producing a lot of muscadines. Oh, look, I'm tearing things up. They're producing a lot of muscadines, and we've been eating muscadine after muscadine. We just got tired of eating them. So, and the grapes, we had a couple of grapes, but I think because of the heat and the lack of, the grapes have to have a cool down period at night. Whereas muscadines, they grow down here, but the grapes have to have a cool down, and there was no cool down period for like 2 months. It was in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. So it took a toll on the grapes. So I'm going to wait till we get to the fall, and I'm going to prune all this back, and I'm going to start over with it. do something different with the grapes. And here is our corn, y'all. Look at that. Look at the corn. I'm excited about that. So I hand pollinated all of this corn, only because I was afraid that I planted it too close. As you can see, the corn is literally like 7 or 8 inches apart, and the rows are probably about 8 or 9 inches apart. You know what I'm saying? Or a foot apart, maybe or so. They're pretty close. So the rows are really small, and I don't walk. When I make these beds, when I turn the beds, I don't walk on them. After I put the plants in them, nothing else walks in there. So the beds are just like soft and really good soil in there. So no, I don't even walk in there. This corn is like, this is my face right here, and it still goes up another foot. So it's like 7-foot stalks. 2 ears of corn on the majority of these stalks. I get 2 ears. So, and I've been watering the crap. As you can see, I started a watering system. So I got the barrel filled up, and I got my little tap on the bottom of there, my spigot, and I ran a drip system for the corn and for the watermelon and for the cabbages. So they get water all the time. I got 100 gallons of water specifically for the corn and cabbage. This is our pole beans. Look at that. Now everything else, I use that 13, 13, 13 in everything in this garden, because one, I had no fertilizer down. I realized I hadn't been fertilizing. Everything has been organic compost and and topsoil. So I had to add some more nutrients in the soil, and everything's just kind of like a boom. That's our collards I'm excited for the fall. This is our collard green tree. As you can see, that sucker and it's trying to grow at the bottom too. But look at it. Look how pretty that is. We keep it just for the sake of, it's a good spot to grow collard greens. So the story behind this particular collard green tree, in case you haven't, there was a video that I put up last year about this time where I planted some, I thought this was a cauliflower. So I planted cauliflowers in a row here, and I had rows going this way. Long story short, the storms from last year, June of last year, it snapped the top of that plant. The plant was planted right there. It snapped in half, and then the water carried it right there, and that's where it laid ever since. So it's been laying there and growing for a year, and I let it grow. We harvested off of it, ate many pots of collard greens off of that thing, and it's still growing. So we figured this is just a perfect place to grow more collard greens since that's doing so well. It's literally like 4.5 feet high. It's almost up to the top of my shoulders. I'm 6'1", so it's almost 5 feet. Actually, it's to my chest. That's pretty high. We got lemongrass growing. That's growing really good. I just got to keep an eye on it so it doesn't overtake everything. There's our Ichiban squash. What the heck? Let me go find out what's going on with this dog. You know what? I bet that water dropped on her back and it scared the crap out of her. I don't know. But, that was weird. Stick with me, kid. Come on. What's wrong? Come on. So, my dog's been acting weird here lately. Joy's been chasing shadows. Layla's been cowering in the bathroom, and then Molly every now and then will stare at something, then yelp as if something's trying to jump at her. So I want to fix some things when I get off of this video. That's a whole nother story. All right. So it's only outside. It's not in the house. That's a whole nother thing. My security. Anyways, that's a whole nother video, y'all. We'll touch that on another day. Catch that on Raw and Unfiltered. So, this is our. So my plan for this cherry tomato vine. This what is this one again? This is the Sweet Million cherry tomato from Home Depot. And I'm gonna let it grow and just let it grow around the back half of the patio here. I just want to see how long it'll grow. I don't know too much about tomatoes, but look at that. I may not know too much, but I'm getting some fruit off of this thing right here. So, and our purple Cherokee. And our mammoth jalapenos and our spicy banana peppers. They're hot banana peppers. Those are really good. They're coming in. We got mini baby watermelons right here. So everything's growing good. And then the tomato plants that I just stuck in the ground, when I cut the little suckers off the plants, they're growing. As a matter of fact, this one's trying to grow roots. I might just lay that one down, see if it'll grow some roots. Look at these, they're all growing. This one here, this is another tree. This is our green pepper tree. This is our sweet hot peppers, hot burrito peppers, Carolina Reapers. Everything's coming in. Now, I got rid of the squash, crookneck squash, because it got ate up by those cinch bugs, but then I found out there was something I could have used to save the plant. So I did a little experiment on this one. I didn't tear it up, but now the thing is bouncing back, y'all. Look at how pretty it is. There's no powdery mold mildew on there, and all it took was some neem oil. I hit it with neem oil 3 days in a row, and it killed that powdery mold mildew. So once or twice a week, I'll hit it with the neem oil. I put a tablespoon of neem oil per 32 ounce bottle. I got a sprayer, a 32 ounce sprayer. I put a tablespoon of neem oil in there, and I hit everything out here with it. Because I had aphids on the corn, and I came out here and hit that with neem oil because the aphids are trying to be a little stubborn bunch. Got rid of those things. Now they're like trying to come on here, and I hit this with neem oil last night, and it killed a lot of them, that neem oil did, but I'm going to hit it again. We got tomatoes growing on our tomato tree, I guess you want to call it. There's tomatoes there. This one here, I don't know. One of these branches is a sucker, so I don't know which one it is. We got tomatoes growing on our purple Cherokee tomato here somewhere. I saw one or two. Oh yeah, there's one there. There's a purple Cherokee tomato. There's one right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then there's one big one right there. They're all growing. Everything's growing really good. So that's an update on our backyard garden. Like I said, I hit everything with that fertilizer, and that's what happened to let me show you guys the mint. Yes, same thing with the mint. I hit it with that fertilizer too. But look, I've only been doing this for a year. A year and 3 months now. A year and 2 months. So I learned a lot in a year's time, and that's just something else I learned, is you can't use that on that kind of plant. But everything else seems to like it. All of our lilies, butterfly weeds, Mexican hibiscus, I think it is. I can't remember what that is, but that's a very pretty plant. But I'm looking for, there's a monarch butterfly that's been hanging around back here, and I think it might have laid some eggs on this plant. I don't know, we'll have to see. If I start seeing caterpillars, I'm gonna get excited. But it's been hanging around. It's like two of them. Two monarch butterflies been hanging around back here, flying around, landing, and it stayed around here for a couple of days, and then now I don't see it anymore. So I hope it just came over here and laid eggs and then dipped out, you know what I mean? What is that? What are you guys? Oh, those are baby assassin bugs. I thought those were cinch bugs. Nope, those are baby assassins. So that must have been, that's what that egg sac. We're having little babies hatching everywhere. Lizards, assassin bugs. But okay, you guys. Thank you for watching our videos. Oh, the water containment thing. So I laid up this barrel, put everything, you know, just like that. So it catches the rainwater from the thing there, goes into the top of that, fills it up, and then it comes out the bottom. And then I turn on a spigot, which I installed right there, and bloop, and then it runs down the line. I haven't finished installing it yet because it's been raining. Go figure. And then it'll water the plants. The water system over here. I got this in there. We had some mosquitoes in there. Yeah. See, that's a Dunket. Kills the larva. I don't want no mosquitoes, you know. If you got standing water like that, it's always good to put something to kill the larva in there. So it kills the larva, protects the water, so you don't have mosquitoes running everywhere. I installed the spigot on the bottom of that, hooked it up to a reducer, and then it comes down to here and it runs drip right there. This is just a spare, like if I wanted to drip something, like if something needs an emergency irrigation or something like that, I could run this anywhere in the garden. So, and then we got more corn that I planted. So there was a corn cob that I threw in the ground just to see what would happen. The thing grew. Oh, that's gonna die. The thing grew, and so a squirrel came, dug up the friggin' corn cob, but left the plants. You see what I'm saying? A friggin' squirrel dug it up out of the raised garden bed. So then I grabbed the plants, threw them in the ground, and some are growing and some aren't. So we'll just see how that one goes. I'm not really trying to plant any more corn right now. We got enough corn as it is. But if my wife wants me to plant some, I guess I'll be growing it through the winter, which I don't see how that's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see. Stranger things have happened back here before. Yeah, look at these pole beans. But yeah, that's about it, y'all. Everything's doing good. This is our update. Thanks for watching us. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and you guys be blessed.